What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, and what we just witnessed from Steph Curry, that 53-point masterpiece that he put on in the Game 7 was nothing short of stellar. And we get LeBron versus Steph again in the playoffs, and this time, it's in the conference semis. LeBron has AD. The Warriors is coming off of a championship, so man, it feels like it's like 5-6 years ago, So it's good to see these teams facing off in the next round. Sacramento Kings had a great year, and Malik Monk might have bit off more than he can chew with what he said leading up to next game. He said something about running them, and we'll talk about that later in this video. But we're gonna look at Steph and his reaction to the crowd, and he told the Sacramento Kings to light the beam. That's what they do after they win every game. And when he had put them away, he turned to the crowd and said, light the beam. So check it out, and we're going to get Jalen Rose's reaction.
Well, starting strong, starting early and running on them, because we know we had one day. Last couple games, we had 2-day break. So we knew we can run them a little bit, and we took advantage of that tonight.
Anthony?
Yeah, I was going to kind of ask you specifically about that, because it'll be even quicker turnaround for 7. Did you feel it yourself today that it was only one day, and did you feel it on them that it was only one day?
I felt it a little bit more on them. They was a little tired. We were a little younger than they are, so we knew we could take advantage of that. So we're going to try to do the same thing Sunday.
Timeouts. Carrying his team, he still does.
Steph Curry baptized the Sacramento Kings with 50 points in a Game 7 as the Warriors eliminate them from the playoffs. He's not just a point guard or a shooting guard. He's the vanguard, leader of the new school. And let's talk about the ways. Exquisite ball handling, getting in and out of traffic, between the legs, behind the back. I always wondered what it would be like if a Harlem Globetrotter like Marcus Haynes or Curly Neal played in the league. He gives me those visuals. How about his layup package? Left, right, cinnamon rolls, i.e. George Gervin. Last but certainly not least, the greatest shooter that the game has seen. Unlimited range off the catch, unlimited range off the dribble, contested, wide open, dribble handoffs, relocations, down screens, it don't matter. Steph Curry was historic today, and shout to Kevon Looney. 3 games in this series with 20-plus rebounds. Warriors advance to play the Lakers. Stay tuned.
He doesn't surprise me. We all take him for granted because he's brilliant night after night, and we've been watching this for 10 years. And we just, you just have to remind yourself every once in a while, big picture. And this is one of the great players in the history of the game. But that's how I felt, back when in my playing days, with Michael Jordan. You'd see it night after night, so you just took it for granted. So that's how it is with Steph. It's over and over and over again. And the resilience and the work that goes into that and the focus, it's incredible to watch.
So yeah, man, Steve Kerr brought up some great points. This greatness gets taken for granted. When you see it over and over again, it's kind of like, oh, that's just Steph again. A 53-point performance. Some people is like, oh, that's just what Steph does. When you could say that about such a great performance on the road in Game 7, you're dealing with one of the top players we've ever seen. And Steph, when Malik Monk said that they're old, he basically said in so many words what Dylan Brooks said, but he said it nice. He said they're a little bit older than us. And he did it respectful. That's why it wasn't received the same. But if you think for a second, a competitive championship team with DNA don't have rabbit ears and anything they need to give them motivation. Because you got to face it, they were up and down all year. But we was looking, when this matchup came out, we said, man, ain't no way Sacramento's going to beat the Warriors. So when you have a team with championship pedigree, it's kind of hard to methodically go through the season again when you've won so many championships and been a part of so many finals. So when you give them a new reason to focus and key in, you saw a different animal tonight. And that championship DNA was apparent from the beginning. When Steph was keeping pace with everything they was trying to do early on, I was like, oh, this game's going to get out of hand at some point in the second half, because Chef was on another level. He was on one. Just all the ways he scored, passed the ball. And let's shout out Kevon Looney too. Kevon Looney was so amazing on the glass tonight. He made Sabonis look very, very minute down in that paint. Sabonis was playing good to a point, but it was like 2 possessions where he gave up 5 offensive rebounds to Kevon Looney. You just cannot do that. By the time a person's got 2 on you on the same possession, you have to foul them or something. But that third time, you got to make sure they don't get the ball. That physicality, and Sabonis was face guarding him, so he was just, misdirecting him and just reaching over his head and grabbing it. He really wasn't going over the back. You can't see the flight of the ball once it comes off the rim if you facing the man that you're trying to block out. So looking at that, man, good season for the Kings. Great breakdown by Jalen Rose. Steph Curry is a man on a mission, and if you look at their path to the championship, they got the Lakers. That's going to be a great series. Then you got the winner of Phoenix and Denver. And when I look at that, I'm like, it's opening up. Phoenix don't have the most depth on the team. And then you have, Denver, they're really good. But do you think they're going to beat Steph and them in a 7-game series? Very possible. I like Jamal Murray's game. Jokic is really good. Michael Porter Jr. Now, they have the depth and everything, but when you have Steph Curry on that other side, and it feels like the winner of this Lakers-Warriors series is probably going to come out the West. It just kind of feels like that, and that's assuming AD is healthy. Feel like they'll have the better chance to come out. I don't know, but do y'all think Denver would have a chance against either of these teams? Well, I know they got a chance, but they would have to grow up and get to that next level. I think that would solidify Jokic a little bit to get into a finals. Steph and LeBron is already solidified, but I'm interested to see how this series goes. I want to see if Draymond as aggressive as he's been against other teams too, because he has been so fanning on LeBron. I want to see, does he keep that competitive edge, or is he looking at it like I'm on clutch and I'm not going to go as hard? Because it seemed like he's done that a few times this year, but granted it was the regular season. I'm just interested in that, and I'll be watching that. But let me know what you guys think about Steph's legendary performance in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.